Alright, Disney fans, buckle up because today we are rocketing backwards through space, time, and some seriously cool Disney Imagineering magic. We are talking about EPCOT's Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. A ride so massive, so packed with hidden details, you could ride it 100 times and still miss stuff. This is Disney's first ever Marvel attraction at Walt Disney World, and I've got 20 fun facts from hidden Mickeys in outer space to Easter eggs about long lost Epcot rides. And trust me, some of these are going to blow your mind faster than a reverse launch at 60 miles per hour. So grab your Walkman, hit that like button to keep the awesome mix spinning, and let's do this. But before we blast off, let's talk about why this ride is actually a big deal and constantly has high wait times over at Disney World's Epcot. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind officially opened back in May 27, 2022, and it ended up replacing the Universe of Energy Pavilion. Yes, the one with Ellen DeGeneres and Bill Nye, teaching you about dinosaurs and fossil fuels. Disney didn't tear the old building down, instead they actually just expanded it, which is wild because the new ride building is so huge you could literally fit 4 spaceship Earths inside of it. And that's fun fact number 2, and it's not an exaggeration, we're talking 200,000 square feet of pure space. That's also 80 miles of rebar and enough concrete to build a small moon. It also holds the record for being the longest fully enclosed roller coaster in the entire world at over 5,500 feet of track. You could basically run a full 5K inside this ride, though I personally wouldn't recommend it, but you would at least be in some AC during the Florida's extreme heat wave in the summer. Let's talk a little bit about some of the queue details. If you've ever been on Cosmic Rewind, that you know the adventure starts long before that reverse launch. The queue itself takes you through the Galaxarium, a Xandarian planetarium where Nova Prime herself, yep, that's Glenn Close reprising her role, welcomes you to the wonders of Xandar Pavilion. There's a massive rotating projection dome showing Earth and Xandar, and if you look closely enough, you might even spot a hidden Mickey in the grassy area near Epcot. 3 little blue domes making that iconic shape. Oh, and see that super official looking Nova Corps officer on the screen? Yeah, I'm sure you already know, but that is Terry Crews.
I have the best robot of all time. Even to this day. Can you play something? Come here.
As Centurion Tal Merrick, a character created just for this ride specifically. And if you're a Disney deep cut fan, this queue is a treasure trove.
Who am I to you?
Treasure.
There's a cheeky electric guitar version of the old Universe of Energy theme hidden in the background music. And you'll even hear Drax randomly say ding dang, which is a little wink to Ellen's Energy adventure dialogue.
Because it's the Big Bang!
The piggy bank?
No, the Big Bang!
The ding dang?
One of my favorites is the Q's Otherworld Showcase display. This is a perfect pun on Epcot's World Showcase with nods to old attractions like Horizons, Maelstrom, and Kitchen's Cabaret. The Imagineers were basically hiding love letters to Epcot's past all over this place. Next, I like to talk about some of the ride mechanics, which is basically the main event. and that this is the first Disney coaster to launch riders backwards. And of course, it's not just a little nudge, we're talking to a 60 miles per hour blast into space. But that's not the only innovation this ride provides. This ride uses what Disney calls an omni-coaster system, which basically means the ride vehicle rotates on purpose to keep you facing the action. You're not spinning randomly like on Space Mountain. Instead, this is more choreographed so that every turn matches the story beat precisely. And the music? Yeah, let's get to the music. Every ride that you get on has one of 6 possible classic tracks from the 70s and 80s, like September, Conga, or One Way or Another. What's wild is Imagineers actually tested over 100 songs before narrowing it down to these 6 that best match the coaster's movement. The rest of the score, over 2 hours of it, was composed by Tyler Bates, who also scored the Guardians movies. Next, when we talk about some of the audio and music details that this ride has to offer, here's something that you may have not noticed if you're too busy screaming, which, let's be honest, I think most of us are. Some of the music is actually synced to the turns and launches. That means if you get Everybody Wants to Rule the World, you'll notice how the beat lines up perfectly with the backwards launch.
I think we're jumping back.
Here we go.
All the way.
Oh, Christ. That's a ding-dong? The Big Bang!
It's kind of like writing a music video in space, except of course, this one comes with a giant celestial being chasing you. Which, speaking of which, this ride is stuffed with a whole bunch of hidden treasures. In fact, there's even another hidden Mickey during the finale, which you can see it in the craters of the moon in the background. Next, if you look at the Xandarian language on the support beams, you'll find in jokes like Ellen, Alex, which is of course for Alex Trebek, and even Dino. And in the exit area, you'll notice some more funny Xandarian signage like "Smile, you are representing all Xandarians," and even labeled garbage bins in alien script. And you know what? Even if you're not up for riding it, there's a chicken exit halfway through the queue so you can still see all the pre-show and Easter eggs without actually having to step foot on the coaster yourself. It's pretty handy for the motion sensitive individuals out there. Let's get to some behind the scenes information too, such like filming for the ride actually took place during production of the Guardians movies. So yes, all the actors that you see in the pre-show were of course on the real Marvel sets. And building this thing was definitely no small feat. It actually took Imagineers over 4 years from announcement to completion because it had tons of steel and enough tech to even make a rocket jealous. So there you have it. Those are 20 fun facts about Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Whether it's the record-breaking coaster track, the hidden EPCOT history behind the ride, and which came before it, or just the joy of hearing Terry Crews yell at you before you go flying backwards into space. This ride is a perfect mix of Marvel chaos and the Disney storytelling that we all know and love. If you enjoyed this ride through the wonders of Xandar as much as I did, consider giving this video a thumbs up as it really helps out me and the YouTube algorithm. And if you do like these types of videos and want to see more, also consider subscribing for more Disney deep dives as well as untold stories about some other Disney characters. And don't forget to let me know in the comments, what song would be your dream soundtrack for Cosmic Rewind? Personally, I'm still waiting for Hooked on a Feeling. And until next time, everyone, I am Groot.
I am Groot.